And it's worth mentioning also that on our bulletin board on Channel 24, and also there's a program called The Chat, and that involves our counseling department, and they explore some of those scholarship options. They talk about the steps that parents need to be taking now, that students need to be taking now to make sure that they're ready to go to college next fall. So,
That's correct.
so if you're not watching those programs, you need to do that, but to make sure that your children are ready for what lies ahead.
And David, let me just add in, along with the $50 million challenge, it's also important for parents and students to understand that you need to take the SAT, you need to take the ACT, and if you're not juniors or seniors, you should be taking the PSAT and the PLAN test as well.
And I think the ACT has sort of been underrated or underemphasized in our system over the years. We've pushed SAT, but that ACT, colleges take that just like they do the SAT.
You're absolutely correct. They're both college entrance exam. You score them. One's an aptitude, one's scholastic. But you take them both. Colleges accept them both. And we want to make sure that our students take them both to give them a double shot at getting into college.
That's right, double down. Yeah, exactly. Looking ahead, and this is looking way ahead, and I'm asking you to predict the future now. The budget process that's been so painful for the last couple or 3 years, do we anticipate maybe it being, let's say, less painful this year?
It's hard to read what will happen, down at the state. But when we do look into our crystal ball, we are fiscally conservative in our projections. I believe that the team has done an outstanding job at managing what we have. Short answer, we always hope it's going to be less painful. We believe that we're prepared for whatever the state may do, and we're praying that it's always more money, more money, more money.
Right.
Let's just say more resources, because money is good, resources are much more needed.
Because when it comes down to that fund balance, we're right up against the bone now, as far as So we're gonna and we've had to make some tough decisions.
And this is an opportunity to congratulate all the staffs out there, the teachers, the maintenance operations, the administrators. They're all doing more with less, and test scores are up, attendance is up. Schools are looking clean. The buses are running well. They're looking good. So everybody's doing more with less, even through this economic hard time. The staff and the students in the community should be applauded for that.
And since you mentioned that, I have noticed, and in fact I was having a discussion with a colleague the other day, that we're in and out of a lot of schools. They do look beautiful. The floors are clean, the walls are clean, the schools just really look fresh and clean, and that's a great environment for our kids to learn in.
And we just say thank you to our maintenance and operations staffs for that, as well as our custodial staffs, and obviously our students for keeping them that way.
Right. Can you talk about the IE Square, the charter system, and status quo? Because we're starting to hear a little bit about that kind of stuff, and I don't understand the difference. And so if you could just help me explain what those things are about.
I can. And let me start off by saying there are going to be 12 different public forums on 3 different days. And what that means is on October 18th, the first forum will be in 4 different places. Each group will get the same presentation that everybody else gets. And specifically, we will be talking about the differences and what that means. So, for example, status quo may be a misname, but what it means is the state is saying, are you going to change your educational foundation? So if you say no, we're just going to stay the way we are. That's what they call status quo. IE Squared is innovation in educational excellence. That's a contract between the school system and the state that they will sign off on certain waivers of Title 20 for the school system in exchange for more accountability, more achievement. The other one, as you described, charter system, is a system of charter schools. Theme schools, maybe some people will feel more comfortable hearing. And that's where we can go out as a community of each school and decide what our focus will be. For example, technology, IB, law and criminal justice, aviation. These are just some themes that we can build around.
Right.
And again, you still have the same accountability. You still have to meet the same growth targets, but it just gives us a little more flexibility in how we can organize each school within the system.
So, in other words, we can sort of, based on our population, based on businesses in the community, based on our area specifically, we can sort of tailor our system to the kind of education that best suits our students. Is that what I'm understanding?
That is correct. And again, we're going much more depth at the forums. We'll be making more presentations at the board meeting. So as you told them before, if you're not watching these shows, you should be. If you're not at these forums, please plan to attend.
All right. Dr. Heatley, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
And thank you very much for joining us for this edition of Superintendent's Report. We'll be back next month with another edition. Lots to talk about. It's going to be a very busy year here in Clayton County, and we need you. We need your support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next month.
Schools, Clayton County 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 Schools. We're the best. 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 Clayton County Schools, motivation. That's where we go to get a winning education. Hard working.